Welcome to the middle school teacher video on setup, navigation, and taking attendance in Infinite Campus. On the middle and high school level, teachers take attendance at the beginning of every period. Any students absent a first period must be marked absent and not tardy. Any students late to school will be processed in the front office and then arrive to class. Teachers can take attendance from the teaching center or from the attendance screen on the left panel. You can think of it as a different door to the same room. Teachers who are utilizing a seating chart for attendance must have the seating chart option activated underneath instruction settings, under the head and shoulder in the top right corner, and must use the attendance option under instruction rather than in the teaching center. We will begin by taking attendance in the teaching center. We will move to our first period class. The red dot indicates attendance has not been taken. We'll click on the attendance button and we'll indicate that Molly and Jackson are absent and the rest of the class is in attendance. We will then click Save. Upon clicking Save, you will see that there is now a green check instead of a red dot. Next, we will navigate to Instruction and Attendance. Under Instruction Attendance, we will see that Period 1 attendance has already been taken. We will switch to a different period and use the Attendance tab to take attendance. This example has classroom navigation enabled. We will click on the drop-down and move to our second period class. Attendance has not been taken in our second period class. Wesley and William are not in attendance. We will click Save. Next, we will navigate back to the Teaching Center by clicking on the Infinite Campus logo. And when we look at our second period, we will see that attendance has already been taken. When we click on the Head and Shoulders, we will see that Wesley has been marked absent. This concludes the video on taking attendance in Infinite Campus. Welcome to the Infinite Campus for Middle School Teachers video on verifying editing categories. We will walk through the process of accessing and reviewing the Middle School Assessing Learning and Grading Framework document and verifying category setup. From the JCPS website, we will begin by selecting Students and Families. From there, we will select Handbooks and Frameworks. On the Handbooks and Frameworks page, we will then click on the arrow to expand the Assessing Learning and Grading Frameworks category. Under Assessing Learning and Grading Frameworks, teachers will need to review in detail the entire ALGF. Teachers that teach multiple levels, for example, a middle school and high school course, will need to review multiple framework documents. The ALGF then opens in PDF format for viewing and/or printing. In this video, we will review page 8 of the ALGF, which is Category of Academic Grades. Beginning the 24-25 school year, all middle school courses will only utilize the Student Mastery category for assignment grades. All assignments will be entered into the Student Mastery category at a weight of 100%. To verify that our categories are set up appropriately, we will navigate to Instruction. From Instruction, we will select Gradebook, and then once the gradebook loads, we will navigate to Settings and select Categories. Most categories should be set up for teachers. While categories should already be set up for teachers at JCPS, there are some settings teachers may decide to change. It's also a good idea to verify everything has been set up appropriately. We will verify that Mastery is set up appropriately. We will begin by clicking on Mastery. The first thing you want to do is make sure that Mastery is attached to all courses. If it is missing from one of your classes, you can either manually click on the box next to it or select the box at the very top to add it to all sections. Next, you'll want to verify that the weight is set to 100. If for some reason one of your classes is not set to 100, you can manually mark it on the individual class or go to the very top and set it to 100. At any point in time, if you need to restore things back to default, you can click Reset to Default. Next, you want to verify the sequence is set to 1. Here it is already set to 1, so there is no changes necessary. We will not select Exclude from Calculation because all assignments will go in the Mastery category and be part of the academic calculation. Drop Lowest Score may be used. Drop Lowest Score will automatically drop the lowest score by percent and not points. So if one student's lowest score is on a 10-point assignment and another student's lowest score is on a 100-point assignment, then the appropriate score will be dropped, which means the student's points out of points possible will be different. The default scoring type can be changed. When teachers add new assignments, the default points for any new assignments will be 100 points. However, if teachers are creating 10-point assignments or 50-point assignments or anything else like that, it can be changed so that the default is different than 100. In this example, we'll change it to points, and then we'll change the default points to 10. Next, I will select Save. Clicking Save saves all of my updates, and then I will click Close. Grade Calc options are how Infinite Campus determines the student's in-progress grade based on assignment grades entered. If Infinite Campus grades have been entered but the center part of the gradebook isn't calculating or showing in-progress grades, it is likely that Grade Calc options have not been set up. These should be set up for most teachers at most locations, but from time to time they may not be set up and may need to be edited. Teachers should verify this at the beginning of the year and anytime new classes are assigned. For semester courses or courses that last 2 quarters or year-long courses, this is set up on the quarter grade task. For 9-week courses, it is set up on the final grade task. We will begin by demonstrating on a year-long class. We will navigate to Instruction and Gradebook, or if you have classroom navigation enabled, you will navigate to Grades. If you have assignment grades entered and nothing appears in the center section of the gradebook, it is likely that Grade Calc options have not been set up. We will take a look at that here by clicking on Settings and then Grade Calc Options. In Grade Calc Options, you'll see that everything is set to no calculation. We will update that now. We will begin by clicking on Fill Options. Under Task, we will select Quarter Grade, and that narrows it down to 4 quarters. Next, we will select In Progress Grade. The grading scale that ties to all middle school classes is Grading Scale MS, and then we will check Weight Categories, and click OK. Next, we will click Save. As you can see, the 2 assignment grades that have been entered, the Students in Progress area is now updated. If you wanted the green and the red to show for pass-fail coloring and it has not already been activated, you can also set that up under Preferences by selecting Show Pass-Fail Coloring. As you can see, this is now updated in this section of the gradebook. Let's demonstrate this again. We will select another section. This section has 2 assignments that have been graded, but as you can see, nothing is displaying in the center part of the gradebook showing the in-progress grades. Again, we'll navigate to Grade Calc Options. Under Settings, Fill Options. Under Task, we'll select Quarter Grade. Under Fill Calculation Type, we'll select In-Progress Grade. Again, Grading Scale Middle School, and check Weight Categories, and then click Save. As you can see, the center part of the gradebook is updated with the in-progress grade for each student based on assignment scores entered. Middle school courses that end in a 4 only last 9 weeks. Those courses are set up under a final grade task since grades are only posted once. For example, this course, 324-19814 Spanish, only lasts term 1. We have some assignments entered, but the center area is not calculating, so we will check the Grade Calc options. If teachers only teach 9-week courses, they will have to verify this for all of their courses for each of the quarters. We will now navigate to Settings. Again, select Grade Calc Options. For this, since there's only one task to update, instead of going to Fill Options, we will look next to Final Grade, set it to In Progress, click on the Grading Scale dropdown, and select Grading Scale MS, and check Weight Categories, and then click Save. As you can see, now the center part is able to determine the in-progress grade based on assignment scores entered. Again, any teachers who have 9-week courses will have to set this up separately for each course for each term.
Welcome to the video on updating instruction settings. This tool allows teachers to hide drop students, check options to show student pictures in various tools, activate pass-fail assignment and score coloring, and more. Let's get started. To navigate to instruction settings, click on the head and shoulder in the top right corner and then select Instruction Settings. The first box, Show Active Students Only, when checked, will hide any students that have been dropped from this section. If this is not checked, dropped students will still display in red. Checking this box also prevents teachers from accidentally populating grades for dropped students when using the Fill tool. It can be unchecked anytime the teachers need to view dropped students and their grades. Teachers can check the box next to Show Student Number to view the JCPS student number next to their name in screens such as roster. Teachers can check the Show Student Picture box to view student pictures in roster, gradebook, seating chart, and more. If teachers build a seating chart and do not have this checked, pictures will not display on the seating chart. Use Seating Chart for Attendance allows teachers the option to use a seating chart when taking attendance for a class. Teachers can always switch between the seating chart option and list at any time. When Use Canned Comments is selected, teachers can choose from existing comments loaded into Infinite Campus when entering report card grades to customize and apply to students' posted grades. On the middle and high school level, this can be applied to any grading task where a grade is applied. On the elementary level, it would be applied to only areas of strength or growth with the exception of the 4 traditional schools. The Show Pass-Fail coloring options colors passing grades in green and failing grades in red. The Mute option is available for colorblind users and may help view the colors more clearly. Always click Save when making any updates to this screen. Please feel free to visit our TLC site, our Technical Learning Center, for more great videos and resources in Google, Infinite Campus, and more. It is located under Quick Links and then JCPS TLC site.
We will begin by turning the new look on. To turn the new look on, users will navigate to the Head and Shoulders in the top right corner and switch the Try New Look toggle from off to on. On the top left panel, the hamburger icon will allow users to open and close the 3 tabs to the left. We will now navigate to the first tab on the left panel. If users see a plus and minus, that indicates that the screen resolution is too large for the additional options to display to the right. Users can use the Control- keyboard shortcut to change it from displaying up and down to the right side. Now we have the option to display additional options to the right. Users can toggle back and forth between those 2 views by clicking on this button. The first tab, which is called the Main Menu, shows all tools users have access to. For example, under Instruction, teachers will see the Teaching Center, roster, gradebook, attendance, and more. Under Student Information, users will see student information tools such as grades, schedule, PLP contact log, and more. The next tab is the Favorites tab. The Favorites tab shows any tool users have identified as a favorite by clicking on the star. If the star is hollow, it is not marked as a favorite. When you mark it as a favorite, it is filled in with blue and added to the Favorites panel. As we can see, Teaching Center has been added to the bottom of the Favorites panel. The third tab is Recent Tools, similar to your browsing history. It shows any tools the user has visited recently in the last few days. You can easily select any tool from the Recent Tools area and mark it as a favorite if not already identified as a favorite. We can see that grades has already been identified as a favorite. On the Favorites panel, users can rearrange the favorites as necessary. Here, we will select Edit, and we will move Teaching Center to the top, and then Message Center just underneath. We will also remove seating charts from the favorites. By doing that, we will select Save to save our new order, and then select Seating Charts, and click on the star to remove it from the Favorites panel. In selecting any item from the Student Information area, users are prompted to select a student. We will select Open Student Search, and we are redirected to the Search panel. Clicking the Search button will pull up all students we have access to. Additionally, users can search by typing in last name, first name, or just initials. Here, we will search for B, H, and that pulls up all students whose last name begin with B and first name begins with H. Users may also put in a comma and search by first name or search by student number. We will now select Hannah and navigate to her Schedule tab. When navigating to any tool, users will also see breadcrumbs in the top right corner to follow the path back to origination. Here we will see that Schedule is within General, and General is within Student Information. We will now select the Grades tab and view the Grades tab for Hannah. When navigating to any tool in the right corner, users will see an option for Related Tools, where users can then see other tools in that same tool set. If users are not sure where a tool is located, the tool search can be utilized. We will switch it from student to tool, and now we will search for seating charts. Now that we have located seating charts, we can then mark it as a favorite and add it to our favorites panel. Another example might be searching for a contact log. We will enter contact and hit search, and then all available contact logs display. Remember to quickly jump back to the Teaching Center. If not marked as a favorite, users can click on the Infinite Campus logo in the top left. We will now discuss some Teaching Center options. The first option is to turn on the Enable Classroom Navigation toggle. This does not remove any features, but groups tools a little different and hyperlinks the class name on each page. This can be turned off at any time from the Teaching Center. The next is a fun feature in the Teaching Center where teachers can rename the class as it appears in each box and give it a new icon. We will begin with the first class. We'll click on the Settings button. The Settings button opens, and the first thing we can do is rename the class. We'll call this Period 2 Civics Honor. Next, we will enable student questions. Enabling student questions allows students to ask questions from within the student portal and for teachers to answer them from within their class. The next thing we'll do is choose a different icon. Teachers can select from any of the available icons listed here. In this case, we will select this icon here, and we will scroll down and choose the color green and click Save. Now you can see that this first box has been updated to Period 2 Civics Honor, and it has a green icon. We'll repeat this process again for the next class. We're going to click on the Settings button. We will enable student questions. We will choose a different icon, and we will make this one blue. We're going to call this one Period 3 Civics and click Save. It's important to know that students will not see whatever you have renamed the section when they log on to the portal, and this does not affect Google Classroom in any way. For more information about the options in the Teaching Center, please click the question mark in the top right corner for a great video on the Teaching Center that Infinite Campus created.